Good night, good night, good night, all. Thank you all for coming on tonight. I promise you, after this session, you will be thanking me also. So, guys, I just want to welcome you all tonight. Thank you for taking the time out to be here, and I promise you, you will not regret being here. So, as you know, this is a story time, guys. This is where you hear real life stories. You hear testimonials of how TLC, this awesome company, has been changing life, has been transforming bodies and bank accounts. I've been, guys, TLC has just been awesome. But let me tell you about the person you'll be hearing from tonight. You might have heard her name before, guys, but do you know her story? You have heard of her, but do you know her story? You might have heard a piece of her story, guys, but do you really know her story, guys? This awesome, guys, and I want to call her a seven-star general. If you are a Jamaican, you know what that means. It means that you are the top of the top. You are the most awesome. You are the best at what you do. She is the reason why I am in this business. She is the reason why my sponsor is in this business and why his sponsor is in this business, guys. She reached down, she reached out to us. She is the passion that fuels us, guys. When we feel like quitting, she is that oomph, that impetus that keep us going. She is that wheel within our wheel, guys. She wasn't always there, guys. A few years ago, she was broke. She was homeless. She was living on government assistance, guys, and she was overweight while having kids to feed. But she did not give up. She did not throw in the towel, guys. She fought because the struggles were so real. She realized that the success must be real also. And tonight, guys, because of that, we are here. So I just want you guys to just help me welcome no other than our seven-star general, our global director herself, Keely Zastrow Taylor. Guys, Taylor Zastrow, I'm sorry, guys, but she is our KTZ. Keely, are you here?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, coach.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. And amazing evening. Look, I love your energy, Emil. You're always fired up and excited. And as we say, high energy, high income, right? So that is why I know you are on the way of soon, being able to say bye to that 9 to 5 job and be a full-time TLC life changer. So I'm glad, that I get to work with you side by side. Definitely can't wait to come over to that beautiful island of Jamaica, and definitely can't wait for you guys to make your way over here as well too, as we're changing lives, guys, all around the world. And I am just really excited, definitely feeding off Mr. New Millionaires Family energy over here, claiming it and speaking it into existence. So guys, listen, Emil asked me, it's so funny. He messaged me one night and I got it the next morning and he's like, I have a problem and you're the only one that can fix it. And, I'm so used to solving problems because as leaders, that is what we do, right? We become problem solvers. And so I'm like, okay, hit me with the problem. What is it? And he's like, we really want you on the story call. And I was like, oh, that's the easiest problem I have ever had thrown at me. I will definitely be honored to be on that call. So here we are, guys. And listen, I share my story all the time, right? But I share it in a quick, short glimpse, right? You know that I was homeless. You know that I've had repossession, but I want to get a little bit more into it tonight since we have more time. I hope Emil's okay with that. He didn't give me a time limit, y'all, so I may be able to talk like, an hour to 2 hours, right? But I just want you guys to understand, where I was, even through, growing up as a child into my teenager years, into my early adulthood, right? Because a lot of us think that just because of where we were born, right? That maybe we were born to that broken family, that poor family, right? That struggled, right? And think that we don't deserve it, right? But we do. Guys, I want you guys to understand, you know, here's the thing, when I was younger, and this is one thing that has always fueled me, guys, okay? If y'all don't know me, I love to dance and have fun, okay? When I was 9, 10 years old, that was my dream, right? I remember doing my dance concerts, and I still have all the videotapes, right? Because that's when we actually had VCRs, right? And had videotapes. That was my dream, right? But my family could not afford it anymore, right? So that dream was just crushed. And that's always sat with me. And it's not that it was my parents' fault, right? They just could not afford it financially back then, right? And I remember after being told that, right? We were driving home. We were driving in our old silver Buick. I remember being told my dream was crushed. Oh my gosh, you know, so upset being this little girl. And I remember sitting on my comforter, right? I remember our house on Euclid. I was sitting on a white comforter that had colored hearts on it that my late grandma had made for me. And I remember speaking these words, and I remember speaking them so clear that it feels like it was yesterday, right? And I remember sitting on that bed, and I remember saying, one day I'm going to be rich. I don't know how, and I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Right? And although I'm not at destination disease. I'm not to that rich part yet, right? But I'm a whole lot better off than what I was, right? But you know, and here's the thing. So many of us, we want the promises, but we don't want to go through the process that requires us to go through to get through those promises. I understand all these curveballs, all these monkey wrenches, all these kitchen sinks, all these storms, tsunamis that came coming at me through my life was necessary. It was stuff that I had to go through and grow through to be able to get those blessings from God, right? So as you guys know, you know, we're going to fast forward here, right? Teenager years, we don't have to talk about those, right? But here it goes, you know, adulthood, right? I'm getting ready to graduate high school. Of course, my parents were not financially stable, right? We depended a lot on my grandparents to be able to even survive, right? And live in a middle class home, right? Was because of their health, right? And so here it comes, you know, I can't go to college. First of all, I wasn't great in school, okay? I was not that 4.0 or 3.0 AB student. It wasn't me. I did just what I needed to do to get by, to be able to play my sports, and that was it, right? And I tell you that because I want you guys to understand that you don't have to have a degree or be a rocket scientist or Albert Einstein to be able to do this network marketing business, right? But, you know, I remember, you know, living this carefree life as a teenager, no kids. I'm an adult. I'm free. I can do whatever I want. And then I sadly found out that I had to work 2 jobs because living on your own gets pretty expensive, right? And then I remember just going through these struggles, right? Again, through my process that I needed to go through. And at one point in 2002, guys, I remember living in a shack. And I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you a shack. Literally no bathroom, no AC, no toilet, no shower, 4 gutted walls, and a couch to lay on, right? But it was a roof over my head, right? And then all of a sudden I became pregnant with my firstborn, right? I thought, oh crap, what am I gonna do? I'm literally living in this shack. There's no way I can bring a baby into this place, right? And that's when I ended up being at the maternity homeless shelter, right? The Solve House in Bradenton, Florida. I went there and I ended up staying there, right? That was the first time that we were homeless, right? And so after that, guys, you know, I had been waiting tables, right? Because I knew that it was going to make me more money than that 9-to-5 job that wanted to pay me $9 an hour, right? I found out I could go wait tables and make fast cash. But then when I had my son, I realized I couldn't work nights and weekends anymore, right? I was a single mom, right? So I went and I started working for $6.25 an hour. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but that's not even feasible. Like, I mean, minimum wage isn't even that low now, but I was making $6.25 an hour working in the Eckert's photo lab, right? After we left the shelter, guys, we had to move into project housing, right? On 23rd Street in Sarasota, 1838 23rd Street, right? You can even look at it on Google Maps. That was where we lived, right? And it's so crazy when I think about it, guys, because even then, I didn't, I obviously did not have all the more wisdom that I have now after going through the process, but I was actually still setting goals back then, right? And my goal was to get the heck up out of these projects, right? And be able to give a better life for my son, right? And I told myself I'd be out of there in 11 months. Guys, listen, I was paying $38 a month in rent. And if y'all follow me on Facebook, I did a post a couple weeks ago about the calendar that I found from, I think, 2004 that was, had my rent, when it was due, how much I was paying. And it's just like, wow, like that was once our life, right? And as we go, the next thing you know, I'm out of the projects when he's 11 months, right? My goal was when he started walking, we were going to be in a better place, right? So then we end up in a low income apartment housing development, right? And it's funny because it's probably just a few miles the other way from where we are now, right? So it's nicer than the projects, right? But you can't make over a certain amount of money. So I said, okay, here we go. Life's getting better. We're getting a place. We don't have to worry about, all the bad stuff going on in the neighborhood anymore, right? So we were living there, and then boom, I get pregnant with my other son. And of course, guys, children are blessings, right? I love my kids to death, even though they may drive me crazy at times. But being a single mom and now being pregnant with 2 kids, I was scared out of my mind. What was I going to do? I can barely afford me and my son. Like, we're on food stamps. At that time, we were even on WIC. We're living in low-income housing, and now I'm bringing another child into this world, right? So he comes, the struggle continues, right? And I'm telling you guys all this because I want you to understand that I have been through a struggle, right? So no matter where your life is right now, trust me, I've been there. I've done that. I always tell people, I've been there, done that, bought a t-shirt and took it back, right? So then 10 months after my son Deontay was born, guys, I came pregnant with my daughter. Now here I am, a single mom of not 1, not 2, but 3 kids, right? And at that time, unfortunately, I was in a very violent domestic relationship, right? Pretty much to the point where he almost killed me. Thank God I can run while I'm pregnant, okay? And so then we ended up in another shelter, right? We had to hide out in a domestic shelter to get away. And then that, of course, is only temporarily, right? We were sharing one bed, we had a playpen, and that was it, right? This is not what I was expecting for my life, right? But again, those curveballs, those monkey wrenches, the kitchen sink, those storms, they just come, right? But we have to learn to just keep pressing forward. There was so many times I could have thrown in that towel, right? As I said, I was in the shack. I was in the maternity home. Now I was in the home domestic shelter, right? And then after that, I went to a faith program out of the Salvation Army, which was also a homeless shelter. So actually, now that I actually counted, guys, not 3 times, but 4 times, we were actually homeless, okay? But guess what? We kept pushing. We kept pushing. And I remember all of a sudden I get this job. And honestly, I can't remember how I even landed this job. But I got this job, and all of a sudden I'm making $36,000 a year. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is life-changing, right? The struggle is over. Not really knowing that $36,000 still does not relieve the struggle off of a family, with 3 kids, being little diapers, formula, all that good stuff, right? But at that time, it was okay, right? But then guess what? I lost that job, right? And sometimes We look at these closed doors and we pound them and we want them open. And we're like, why won't you open it, God? That's the door I wanted. But God said, no, I need to close that door because you got to go through the next door, right? And so, guys, that's when I met my husband, thought my struggle was over. It was not, right? We almost lost our house to a short sale. I remember sitting in my closet, right, with the kids, telling them we're playing hide and seek, right? We were hiding, but let me tell you, the cop and the repo man that was at the front door, I sure did not want them to seek me, right? Because they were coming there to take our one and only vehicle that we had left because we could not afford the payments, right? I had to call my husband and say, don't come home. They're here, right? Because he was out with the car. And I didn't want him to pull up because God forbid they take our only vehicle. There was times I remember when we filled up water jugs, right? Because the water got turned off. I remember the times when the electric got shut off, so we decided to run the generator. Now, generators in Florida are popular and common only during storm season, right? But listen, our electric was off. We had to keep that refrigerator going. We were on $330 a month in food stamps. We could not afford to lose that, right? So we had to run that generator, not knowing you had to keep that garage open or you would kill yourself, right? We had all the gas fumes coming in there. Me and the kids eventually had to go to my mom's house, right? And I want you guys to understand, and I tell you guys this in more detail because I want you guys to really understand where I was. You know, a lot of people, they see all the success that the person is having now, but they don't understand what they went through and what happened and, you know, how they got there, right? They don't see all the process of where they got, right? And so then, guys, you know, that was actually, that's when I went back into waitressing, right? I needed some quick cash. We were broke, guys. Water getting shut off, electric getting shut off. The house is up for short sale for $65,000, right? We can't even afford our rent. But let me tell you, by the grace of God, we had a lien on that house and that short sale did not go through, right? So we were able to pick back up, get a loan modification, keep pressing forward in our journey. And then, guys, that leads us up to just 5 years ago, right? When I was at the doctor's just going for a physical, right? 32 years old, 3 kids. And this doctor tells me, if you don't make a change, you are headed to diabetes, heart attack, and stroke. I don't know about you guys, but hearing those health conditions at 32 years old, no, I knew I needed a change, right? So what did I do? I just happened to pick up my phone and I started scrolling through Facebook, okay? And lo and behold, I seen this lady talking about lose 1 to 2 pounds a day. And I thought, she's crazy. That's not going to work, right? Like most of us are because we are so skeptical, right? But guys, I said, you know what? I got nothing to lose right now but some pounds in inches. So I said yes. I ended up losing 42 pounds in 45 days. Well, guys, let me tell you. I said I hit the jackpot. I said I have to tell everyone about these products, right? And I did. And I ended up making $20,000 US dollars for all those that are Caribbean and international in my first 6 months of saying yes to TLC. With no college degree, no corporate background, no network marketing experience, not knowing what in the name of Jesus I was doing, but just knew I had to open my mouth and tell everybody what I had here. Now, guys, when I was working 5 years ago, you know what my income was for the entire year? It was 18,000 US dollars. But I just made 20,000 US dollars in 6 months, working from my phone, right? Helping others get healthy, lose weight, and make money. So what did I do? I quit that job, right? And I did this full time. And now I've been able to make almost $1 million US dollars. I've been able to build a brand new 5-bedroom, 3-bath house. I've been able to rid the food stamp card, Okay, no more government assistance, no more credit card debt, no more repo man, because now we were able to purchase not one, not two, but 3 vehicles, and soon a 4th one, as our son is starting to drive, right? And these are things that, guys, I promise you, I would have never been able to do had it not been for this opportunity, right? There's no way I would have been able to find a career without a college degree that's going to pay me a multiple yearly 6-figure income, right? There's no way. But network marketing allows the everyday average people, such as myself, guys, to come in here and make an income. But I will tell you 2 things that I learned, right? First of all, we got to go through the process to get to the promises, right? But you know that old saying that they say sticks and stones don't break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I don't know who says that, but that is the wrongest thing, because your words will bless or curse your life. Whatever it is that you want to happen in your life, you speak it. You give it life, right? You let it manifest, right? And guys, listen, I speak my affirmations daily. They're in my upstairs bathroom, my downstairs bathroom, my kitchen, my phone, my computer, my office, right? Speak, because whatever you speak, guys, you will seek. Everything that I kept speaking over my life has happened, right? I remember writing down, I desire to build a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house. Boom, I'm in that house. I built it from the ground up, right? That slingshot in my garage, I visualized it. Guys, if you know me, you know I'm big on visualization, right? And I always say VCR it, okay? Visualize it, claim it, and receive it. But guys, listen, if this opportunity can change me, my life, this little old waitress from Bradenton, Florida, and I can do what I've done in this business, then let me tell you what, each and every one of you can too. It takes the belief, right? It takes the action in your business, right? And just the push to keep going, right? I always tell everyone, you know, when I said yes 5 years ago, I was broke, guys, $330 a month on food stamps, okay? That's how broke I was. I didn't have the money to start the business. So guess what? I pulled out one of those credit cards, found out which one had enough to start the business, and I put that thing in, and guess what? Those credit cards are at a 0 balance, right? I made that investment. I jumped out on faith, and it was the best decision that I could have ever made, right? I don't have to be that no mom anymore, right? How many moms we got on here? Don't you hate having to say no, right? Just like my dream was broken when I was 9, 10 years old. I don't want my kids, right? I want to be the yes mom. I want to be to say, yes, I can't afford that. You know, it's crazy because the other day my son was like, hey, mom, you know, I need $250 for baseball tomorrow. And if I don't have to, I don't want to be the one to be responsible to run these angles. And had he asked me that 5 years ago, I don't know where I would have been pulling it out. I would have been asking him if his baseball coach had a credit card machine. But instead, I was easily able, without blinking an eye, to hand him $250. Here you go, right? Because I want to make sure that I can fuel my kids' dreams, goals, and aspirations, and never have to be that mom that ever has to say no, right? Unless it's just no, right? Of course, we got to say no sometimes, right? But not to their dreams, goals, and aspirations, right? And it's all because of this absolutely life-changing, phenomenal opportunity. So listen, if you're a guest on here, guys, I encourage you, jump out on faith, right? And join this opportunity because it can change your life, but it can only change your life if you say yes, right? And you will never know the power in that one yes. You know, 5 years ago when I said yes, if I would have thought that if someone would have told me you're going to have a huge organization growing across the Caribbean, I would be like, yeah, all right, right? But the power in that one yes, speaking over my life, visualizing, never throwing in the towel, and respecting that process to get to the promises, guys. And listen, I'm just super fired up and excited. And I thank each and every one of you for jumping on here tonight and listening to my story. But Emil, I'm going to go ahead and give it back over to you.
Wow. 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 Oh my God. Oh my God. Whew. Wow. Homeless 4 times. Hiding in the closet from the repo man. Wow. Running while pregnant. Cause you weren't gonna drive. You had nothing to drive. Oh my God.
Right, right.
I knew your name, but I did not know your story. I heard pieces of your story, but tonight I can tell you that your story moved me differently. I'm glad my eyes didn't sweat tonight. I've been learning to control the sweats from my eyes, you know what I mean? But I must tell you, Keely, before we open the line to let people ask you a few questions, I want to say thank you for saying yes. And you didn't just say yes, you said yes, and then you kept saying yes for us. When we are saying no, we can't, you're saying, oh, yes, you can. When we're saying no, this won't work, you say, oh, yes, it's going to work. When we are saying customs is killing us, quick ship is killing us, this is killing us, you say, oh, yes, I'm going to find a way. You have continually said yes over these years, and because of that, I want you now to hear this. I am going to unmute everybody, let everybody unmute themselves, and anybody who is grateful for Keely's yes, I want you to say yes right now.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes. We appreciate that. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We do appreciate
Yes.
that.
Yes.
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 Very
Yeah.
touching.
Yes.
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 We really
Keely,
Yes.
appreciate the yes.
powerful
Thank you,
story.
KTV.
Yes, yes,
Love you,
yes.
Keely.
Yes.
Thank
Rags to
you.
riches.
Thank you, Keely. Thank you for
Thank
saying yes.
you. Thank
Rags to
you.
riches.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we're all gonna say thank you. Thank
Yes.
you,
Thank
You.
Keely.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
Keely.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
Keely.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much, Keely.
You guys are so welcome. I love each and every one of you. And listen, y'all, this is just the beginning. I heard someone say rags to riches. You know that is my song. And also, real quick, I just want to say something. You may not have a rags to riches story, but you got a story and someone needs to hear it. So make sure that it is told. So, guys, I love each and every one of you. And we are going to the top, honey.
Okay, so Keely, are you hearing me? Oh yeah, I didn't mute
Yeah.
you. Awesome. All right, so as you know, your yes generated majority of the yes that are on here tonight are in the Caribbean region because most of us are in your downline. So we don't want you to think that we do not appreciate you. So we just have to make that very clear. Now, guys, if you have a question, you can go ahead and mute yourself because we have to make every chat use we can make of Keely while we can get her. So if you have a question, now's the time to ask that question. Well, let me see if I allow. Yeah, so all right, so nobody's asking a question. So I guess everybody was satisfied with the presentation. I was honestly hoping that it would go for maybe a little bit longer because I was just enjoying hearing, knowing that I can now do it because you have done it. You have beat the system. You have overcome your struggles, trials, your situations, and you have achieved. When I shared your earnings today and last night, people asked me if I made a mistake. They're like 50,000 US dollars a month, 7 million Jamaican dollars a month. For doing what? What does she do? What sports does she coach? Because I said my coach. So they're asking me, what sport does she coach? And I'm like, networking, bro. Guys, I'm so happy that you all are here to hear this story, guys. And remember, Keely is not better than you. That's not why she made it. She made it because she said yes and then she worked towards it and she kept on believing. A lot of us on here are going to make it too, but not because we are better than anybody, but because we believe it. And remember, success always leaves a trail and it always leaves clues. So Keely is giving us these clues daily. How she went from living in a shack. I've never lived in a shack. I have never been homeless. Guys, I never had to hide from the reaper man. So I am actually starting from a better place than Keely started. So if she can do it, Keely, can I do it, coach?
Yes, you can.
All
Yes,
right.
you can. The only time you're going to fail is when you quit and throw in that towel. But you know, a lot of times we're gonna go through those trials, those tribulations, stuff's gonna come our way, storms, tsunamis, right? That we feel like we can't get past, but we just gotta keep pressing forward. We gotta get off them sidelines, stop feeling sorry for ourselves, stop licking our wounds, and keep on moving, because I promise you, if you go through the process, guys, you will end at the promises.
All right, so guys, thank you, coach. As you all know, there's something I have to do before I end every call, right? There's something that must be done. We have to show the receipts. We have to show the claims. We have to show the proof, guys. We don't just come on here with stories because we can tell story, guys. This was Keely here on your left a few years ago, and this is our lovely Keely Taylor-Zastrow right now. Right, guys? We didn't make this up. Food stamp right there, guys, government assistant. And this is Keely putting in the work, making the sacrifice, though that's Shade or that's her daughter, putting the sacrifice to build the Caribbean, guys. We don't just love her because she has money, guys. We love her because she's working day and night so we here in the Caribbean can have success. That's her. She took this picture. She's at every game our kids are playing, guys. She is a boss mom. She is an entrepreneur, free from the rat race, free from the 9 to 5. This is that beautiful dream home you heard about. This is when, I think this was when you just got it, when it's just finished. You took this picture, coach. This is one of our houses, guys. This is now a rental that they just refurbished. Guys, this is her slingshot. This is her slingshot, guys. This is when she just bought it. But hey, she decided, hey, why have all the fun? Just me and one person. I'm gonna extend my slingshot, not just because I have the money, but because I want to and I can afford to. And she went and she wait. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. My bad. I'm going the wrong direction. Wait, where's the extended? Oh man, I missed the extended photo. I have it, guys. No problem, no problem. But I mean, she went and she extended it. It's now a 4-seater. All right. And while you're on here, if you are a guest on here, I'm quickly going to ask you to answer 2 questions. Look on your screen. You should see a simple poll, 2 questions on the screen right now. What do you think? How do you feel about being on here tonight? Simple question. Go ahead. I'll give you a few seconds or a minute just to click 2 times. 1, 2.
Oh, you know what, Mel, you're gonna have to show me this poll thing. I'm loving it.
Definitely, coach. Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell me
All
what's
the
going
guests
on.
got their answers in. Come on, remember, don't be tempted now. You're already a life changer. Don't be tempted. This is for the guests, guys. A few more seconds. Get your answer in quickly. Just 2 click. 1, 2. Boom, boom, boom. And you're done. guys, I'll give you 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds. That's this piece of answers coming in.
Show the pictures again, please.
All right. What is happening? Why is my computer malfunctioning?
If they want to go to them bed, then can't come in or can't go on them bed.
Okay. Okay. Somebody requested to see these photos again. You say back by popular demand. All right, no problem. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. All right, so I'm ending the poll right now.
Them are go because the people are not finished, then still they're online.
All right, so thank you guys for participating in that poll. One more quick view of the photos. And boom, starting with the extended version right there. I got it in, coach. Now she's driving a 4-seater slingshot.
No, Emma, you got to make it bigger.
She's one of the few people. Make it bigger?
Yeah, click. You should be able to click on it.
Like
Because
that?
right now it shows all of the pictures.
Yeah. Oh, it's showing all the pictures?
Yeah, but they're littler, so it's not so big.
Oh, so you're not seeing them single like I am?
No.
All right, let me try and fix that.
And also, it also glitching too.
It's glitching?
Yes, I can't see nothing.
Oh, whoa. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yes, I see it now.
Bigger? Is better, Mabel?
Yes.
Yes, that's better.
Awesome. So you see, so this is Shay dominating that tournament. I tried to get the photo with the trophy, but it wouldn't download, coach. That's the houses. That's the slingshot. I mean, I'm gonna drive that slingshot as soon as COVID is out. All right, that's our awesome coach, leaving from fat mama to hot mama. You can't deny it. Don't even try. All right, guys. Okay, but this is only showing a limited amount. So, guys, I'm having some technical difficulties. No matter how hard I try, I'm not getting that big view of the extended one. So, I guess we just have to view the extended one small. You see it small, I assume, right?
Can you see my screen?
Not visible.
Not visible. Oh,
Here, can you see my screen? Well, can you see
Anybody
mine?
seen Keely's screen? Guys, this is a big deal. I don't think there are much people who can say they have a 4-seater slingshot. So that makes it.
And that was my vision board. If you guys look, that was on my vision board, and then that's the reality. So it was there.
Yes, so you got a dream, right?
Yes, never stop.
I know you're seeing it now. Did I get it this time?
Yep, you got it.
Awesome. So you guys might see slingshots all the time, but this is my first time seeing a 4-seater slingshot. So my coach, the 7-star general, can go on a family drive in her slingshot. Just awesome. Awesome. So guys, thank you so much again for coming on. Thanks to you guys for answering the poll. Thank you so much for staying with us. I know you are happy you are here, and I know this story touched you somewhere. And even if you decide that, hey, I'm not a network marketer, it doesn't matter. We are exposing it to you guys, and we are showing you that you don't have to live the way you live. You can say yes to whomever invites you guys, and we're going to plug you into the same system that Keely used. And if you believe and put in the work, you'll achieve the same results, or even better, because the students always surpass the masters, right, coach? So, so next week, guys, we'll be having on here no other than the health guru herself, She is from Jamaica, guys, and she's so serious. The night she decided to sign up, she came with her team and signed them up also, guys. She is dedicated, guys. She stepped away from her 9 to 5 this year, and now she's a full-time health coach. Guys, she's just awesome. Next week, Monday, you'll be hearing from none other than rising star Julian Lawrence herself. I know you see her. I know you have heard from her, but have you heard her story? You'll be hearing it next week, same time on Story Time with your boy, Edie Emil Douglas, the one, the only. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Have yourself a great night, guys. Love you all.
Have a good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Night. Night. Night.
It was nice being here.
I want to know.
Night.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you once
night.
again, Keely.